What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Blitzball Champ is back with a brand new video here on the U to the Tube. Carolina Panthers out here continuously making moves. They're making moves like Jagger. They're making moves like Jagger. They're making moves like Jagger. Yes, and they just made another big move today. The Carolina Panthers have agreed to terms with cornerback A.J. Bouye. That's right, 29-year-old veteran A.J. Bouye. Um, this is a big pickup. This is a big pickup. So, he was originally coming from the Denver Broncos. That's where he was last season, but he has spent a couple of years before the Broncos playing with the Jaguars and also playing with the Houston Texans. Of course, he did get a chance to play in the AFC Championship with the Jaguars when they went up against the New England Patriots back in 2017, which was actually where he had his pretty much his best year. Looking at his 2017 year, played all 16 games in the regular season, made 53 solo tackles, 56 total tackles, no sacks, was able to get 6 interceptions that season. So really was busy that season. And like I said, they ended up playing in the AFC Championship game that year. But yeah, for his career, 287 solo tackles, 338 total tackles, only 1 sack. So really hadn't been able to get to the quarterback, but 1 sack. He has 1 forced fumble and a fumble return. 14 total interceptions in his career. I'd say that's pretty good. Came into the league in 2013, coming out of UCF. 6 feet tall, 191 pounds. And honestly, this really is a big move for the Carolina Panthers secondary. Now you got somebody that you can really plug into the starting lineup opposite of Dante Jackson. Now, here's the thing. He's currently serving a suspension for the whole PED, failed the policy, and for performance enhancing drugs, that kind of thing. So he will have to miss the first 2 games of this upcoming season. But hey, we got 17 games this season, so he'll have the opportunity to play in 15 of them. So he just has to miss the first 2. But of course, he'll still be able to, do the training camp, do the usual stuff. So that's not a big deal. But, you got to really look at this. This is a big pickup. This is a big pickup. I know the Broncos had traded for him in the previous year, and then it wasn't too long ago that they announced that they were releasing him. So, I think that him being with the Panthers secondary is a big boost. And like I said, veteran, he's started 69 games in his career. I mean, one of the picks he got was against our new quarterback, Sam Darnold. So, 14 career interceptions, he's gotten his feet wet. And definitely capable of being a starter. I'd say opposite of Dante Jackson. And of course, we earlier got Rashawn Melvin added to the secondary as well. And, I think this really can open up some possibilities. Because Carolina has really been attacking free agency this offseason and just, adding depth to the roster. The Scott Fitterer, Matt Rule, Mr. Tepper, these guys are making some moves. Just one after the other. Adding some depth to each of these positions. Talking secondary, the offensive line, getting a weapon or two in the receiving core. Carolina's really been busy this offseason. And, getting somebody like A.J. Bouye, who's got a lot of experience and, can make the big plays, you know, this really opens up the draft even more for Carolina. Just like with the offensive line, also with the secondary as well. I mean, could you imagine if perhaps Carolina was able to get a Patrick Surtain the second, or a J.C. Horn, or Caleb Fairley in the draft to go alongside Dante Jackson, A.J. Bouye, Rashawn Melvin, Jeremy Chin, hopefully get a chance to throw Jeremy Chin at safety. That's a big boost to the secondary. It's a very big boost. And then you got somebody like a J.C. Horn or a Surtain or Fairley, that can be built up alongside, Dante Jackson, A.J. Bouye, Rashawn Melvin. I mean, Jeremy Chin, who had an incredible rookie year. Like, that could potentially add more to the secondary. I mean, Carolina's defense, had that second half burst to close out this past season that shows that they can get stops, they can make some plays, and they can put the ball back into the hands of the offense. So when you can really build on top of that, and then you got the draft coming up, honestly, maybe something for them to consider if a Patrick Surtain the second, or Caleb Fairley, or Farley, is available at number 8, especially Surtain the second, which I think would be the best pick. Definitely extra for the secondary. But of course, they could still go O-line as well. I mean, O-line is still pretty deep in this upcoming draft. So even if they did end up going with, say, a cornerback in the first round, there's still plenty on the offensive line in the draft that they could still get to in the second and third round, as early as that. So this is a great move. This is a really great move. This really opens up more potential in the draft. And the draft coming up in only just a couple of weeks. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think A.J. Bouye is definitely a upgrade in the secondary, and they could potentially really add more to that in the draft. Depending on how this first round goes, if they could get a Patrick Surtain the second, shoo, that secondary can be beastly. So, there wasn't any disclosure on how much Mr. Bouye was signed for, or how many years. I mean, I assume it's probably a 1 or 2 year deal. That's my guess. It's probably a 1 or 2 year deal. But still, I mean, it's definitely something to really keep in mind, especially if he ends up having a good year. And then you also got to look at Dante Jackson, who's in the last year of his rookie career. If he, can bounce back, stay healthy, and really evolve, I mean, that's going to say a lot. That's definitely going to say a lot. So yeah, I definitely like the move. There's also been talks from the Carolina Panthers organization, Mr. Fitterer, to Teddy Bridgewater to openly seek to be traded. And it looks like, that's what's going to happen. And the word is, I believe, according to Ian Rappaport, the word is that there are teams, multiple teams, potentially interested in Teddy Bridgewater. Nothing was named or listed, but, I mean, that's definitely a sign. It's definitely a sign that it looks like Teddy Bridgewater could be out of Carolina. Now, I don't know necessarily what Carolina could get for Teddy Bridgewater, but hopefully it's something decent and that they can build off of. But one thing I can say, there may be some mixed feelings about some of the signings that we've done this offseason, but you have to give Carolina credit. They've been busy. They've been busy and they've been active. So, I mean, you got a lot of signings to build depth, and it opens up competition for players to really see what players can break out. So, this move I definitely like. So we go from trading and getting Sam Darnold, and then picking up a well-known veteran cornerback in A.J. Bouye. And like I said, the only bad thing is that he's going to miss 2 games. He's going to miss the first 2 games of the upcoming season. But still able to play 15, and will pretty much, barring anything crazy, will probably end up starting in those 15 games. But this pickup excites me. Like I said, looking at his stats, definitely well experienced. And the dude has 14 interceptions. So he's definitely capable of making plays. He's got a lot of solo tackles. I think this is definitely somebody that can make plays and definitely boost the secondary. So I like it. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about the Carolina Panthers picking up A.J. Bouye? Do y'all like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Let me know what y'all think about potentially multiple teams being interested in getting Teddy Bridgewater. Mr. Fitterer, Carolina Panthers organization, have given Teddy Bridgewater the freedom to seek a trade, to seek destination. Where do you think Teddy Bridgewater might land? Who do you feel may want him? But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. And hopefully I will see everybody soon. Keep pounding. And God bless. Good night, everybody.